Hey, mighty men of God, Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by providing real answers to real problems in the real world. Guys, I'm on my way to pick up my daughter from school, and I wanted to shoot a quick video with you. I just got back from a trip. I was up in, where was I? I was in New Jersey yesterday, came back this morning, and people always ask me about my travels because I probably, maybe I go to about 40 to 50 cities a year, maybe a little bit more than that. But I'm on planes a lot, going to different places, been to every state at least twice, 4 different countries, traveling the world, speaking and all that. But people always ask me, they said, Joe, that's got to be a lot of fun. You traveling and going all these different places. And it used to be in the beginning, but after you've been doing it for 20 years, it's not that exciting anymore. But I tell you one thing I do like about, well, there's a few things I do like about traveling. I like the alone time that I get to spend with God and really meditate on His Word and study His Word and get a lot of reading done because I love to read. But one thing I do like about traveling is not to actually flying to get there, but when I'm driving and I'm in the car. And I tell you, I've been to every state at least twice. So there's some places that I go that are in really remote locations. I mean, when I say remote, I'm talking about where you can be driving and you don't see another car for about 2 hours. I mean, it's crazy. When I'm out in Idaho or Iowa, some of the places I'm thinking as far, Idaho, North Dakota, even in some places in Minnesota, I remember driving and never seeing another car. But my point is this, that I kind of like that. It's scary because if you don't get a cell phone signal or something bad happens, you're going to be out of gas. And, you don't know if the neighbors are friendly. But the one thing I do like about it is how God reminds me of, and hear me on this, how insignificant that I am. Let me say it again. God reminds me of how insignificant that I am. Now, I say that because when I'm out there in the middle of nowhere and I don't see anybody, I'm actually pulling in now. When I don't see anybody, I'm going to stop right here until my daughter gets off the bus. But when I'm driving, I don't see anybody, and I keep thinking that I'm kind of nervous and scared that something may happen to me and the car breaks down and I can't reach anybody. And then I realize how big the world really is and how small and insignificant I am, and how the God of the universe, how big God is. Because even though I'm just like a speck in the middle of nowhere, God is conscious of me. Can you believe that? He's thinking about me, and His Spirit speaks to me. I hear His voice. And to think that wherever I'm going on that trip, whether it be to speak to kids or to college students or to faculty members and teachers or educators or administrators, that God doesn't need me to accomplish His goal, to accomplish His mission. God humbles me to remind me that He chose me to use me as a vessel to reach them. But He doesn't need me to get the job done. So I'm humbled by that. So now I know this may not seem as a deep message to you, but I want you to take a moment to think. Do you think too highly of yourself? Do we think too highly of ourselves? Do we think that if we didn't do it, it won't get done? Do we believe that God needs us or somebody's going to suffer if we don't step up to the plate? Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't. But do we think too highly of ourselves? God says that he hates the proud, but He gives grace to the humble. He gives grace to the humble. So if anything, if God chooses to use you in any way, just thank Him for it. Praise Him for it. A friend of mine once told me, he says that you can ask God to use you, but you can't dictate how God chooses to use you. So let's just be thankful that God uses us in any way, even if it's in a small way, to impact anybody for the kingdom. And we can thank Him for it. Guys, remember, we're males by birth, but we are men by choice. So each and every day, choose to be the man that God has called and created you to be, because a male is a terrible thing to waste. So until next time, be blessed, stay strong, and as always, stay in God's grip. Talk to you soon.